Hey all, it's Elizabeth and Sasha back. I hope you just watched our About Us. But you know what? When we were talking about what to put in that video, we had so much that we wanted to talk about because this is such a passion project for us. Like, we built this and are building this because we want you to feel empowered to do whatever you want in real estate at a smaller level. Like, there is no $1 million here. So I and Sasha,
Well, there are some millions of dollars here,
but not in a year.
not in, yeah, not in a year.
Not in a year. So we had this conversation for about an hour over how to write the About Us. So this is our B-roll footage to talk more in general about what this project is to us. So we're going to talk about property ownership and why this is not a taboo subject. So you can talk finance. It's okay. It's 2024.
Look
So
how I got started.
yeah,
So we start Facebook groups and literally people flocked. Like people want to talk about this.
but you know what's funny is people still think it's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I called you and said I just did a thing. And I wrote, like, how dare you, when someone had some brand new person and they asked questions and they said, you can't ask this. And I said,
About inheriting a property.
yeah. And they asked me, like, you don't share exact numbers. Military, we don't do that. And I'm like,
Or
this
it's rude to talk about finances.
yeah, and we give you permission to talk finances. In Landlord Help Hub, we talk finances. We talk numbers. I use the words of I bought a $925,000 house. You
How
know,
else do you learn? Right? Like I wouldn't know about a market, or I wouldn't know about like how to do a 1031 exchange if I didn't ask the questions and have those conversations.
and we use numbers because expensive, San Diego expensive is not the definition of Hanford expensive. Come on, guys. Still California. So we are excited to be here to provide you that. And you know, I hear a lot of people that go like, I don't know how to do that. And you know what? When we bought our first house, everybody told us we had to use a VA loan because that's what you did. I didn't even know there was other kinds of loans. So, you know, we brought experts to come talk to you. We've been doing this a very long time.
Yep.
We've been
See very
around.
same questions come up over and over. So we know that their concerns and their questions, and landlords want to succeed, but they just need a little help.
And we know the experts. The experts take our phone calls.
Yep.
So we have made the experts come on here and tell you all about it. So please join us, attend our classes. If you like the expert, reach out to them. We are putting together a program. We have someone who's going to help us respond to every single post in our community so that every single person feels heard. We want our talking and our philosophy to reach every single person out there.
And there might not be a cookie cutter answer necessarily, but there is a solid foundation that runs across whether you own one property or 10 properties. That foundation is the same, even if what properties you're buying or what market you're in is different. So it's all valuable information, regardless of what you're, like your market is very different than my market.
But the foundations are there.
But the foundation is exactly the same.
Well, and the foundations that she taught me years ago that I didn't think were applicable are now like some of the things that are the most important things ever.
And vice versa. And guess what? we wouldn't have learned from each other if we didn't openly talk about it. So that is where Landlord Help Hub is growing from.
And our goal is that this is for every single person. You know, I love some of the different groups like women in finance, but I see someone that says, I have a house that's 2.2% interest rate. What do I do with it? And you know what? This is what Landlord Help Hub. My dream is to get on Good Morning America and be able to talk about how the average American can keep their average house. And that average house in San Diego might be a $700,000 house. I mean, I know it is in Fairfax, Arlington, or it could be a $250,000 house, or it could be in the middle of who knows where, Alaska. We want you to know how to rent your house out with the basics. Yeah. And then when your house isn't cookie cutter, because what is, we want you to have the experts and the tools to reach out to and know who to ask questions. And you know what? If you don't know the answer, ask us. We might have an expert that can help you at least point you along the way. It's a journey. Both of us have done tons of research. We've made tons of mistakes. It's a worthwhile adventure that we hope you join us on and that you learn and make real estate an integral part of your story too.
And while things aren't like always a cookie cutter answer, and we talked about the solid foundation, sometimes, a homeowner will have to decide, well, I have such a small margin every month. But depending on your overall financial goals or plans or strategy, sometimes that small margin can actually work out to benefit you in the end.
Here's truth, right? Like, we're talking among friends, right? both of us started with most of our properties with a tiny
Tiny
margin. But in 2011, that teeny tiny margin is not what it is today.
And some of that is attributable to the market, but also some of that is also can be attributed to us learning how to write a better lease, learning how to use the right vendors, learning how to prepare a house to be a rental so that you don't have those like sunken costs or those things that pop up that eat away at that small profit margin, and doing the maintenance and the preventative work and things to avoid those huge money sucking endeavors.
The other thing though is like you can still find deals. I mean, my husband and I are about to buy a house on a VA loan and it'll rent for more than its mortgage. A lot, probably not $200 or $300, but that's still a profit. And over time, even if it doesn't go up that much, if somebody else pays itself off and covers the maintenance costs, then like that now in 30 years becomes a fully paid off with dealing with the tenants.
And we're certainly not trying to give financial advice because I'm not a financial person.
No here.
But just saying that you're not the first person. So if you think, wow, my house, I really need to rent it out because I got my job relocated somewhere or whatever, and you think, but my margin's too small, we're just here to let you know that over the decade of watching people go through this, that small margin doesn't mean you can't rent your house out.
Yeah, because if it did, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, and neither would a lot of people.
Here's the thing, a lot of people, we like to tell you the truth. We're very transparent. We've had our ups and our downs. Oh, I wish I'd bought in Whidbey. But like, here's the thing. We like to tell you about them. I will tell you about my successes as much as I will tell you about my failures. If not, I probably tell you about my failures more.
Is Whidbey your dream place that you missed out on? Satellite Beach, Florida. That's my place I missed out on. But I keep an eye on the market. I'm hopeful. I remain hopeful.
Well, it's just one of those that we like looked at and we didn't do it over literally $120, right? So like, that's why it's one of my favorite stories, because I'm like, dude, if we had bought that house over $120 monthly, and by the way, interest rates like changed and everything went down, like it would have been fine, right? So we're not giving financial advice. We just want to empower and encourage you to know that like where other people are, because we feel like this subject is taboo, that not everybody will share their story. And sometimes they'll tell you no, but in reality, they're doing it and you just don't see it. So we're telling you, we're showing you, we're providing the experts. We're just nothing other than crazy investors. But we're going to show you the people who are. We had an EA, we have a CPA, we have a loan officer. We have so many people.
Insurance.
That's
a big topic.
I mean, we got so many coming up. She'll kill me if I list them all because it's supposed to be very short. But like, we want you to join us. Come on this journey and share your journey.
We look forward to hearing from you. Join us on Facebook, join us on Instagram, YouTube.
Take the courses, learn. Like, we are not creating these for our benefit. We are creating these so that you're empowered, so that at 11 o'clock at night, when nobody is answering the phone, you can watch a 45-minute video. You can like learn something, gives you a few more things, and then call the experts after you've watched the video so that you are empowered and understand basics. So that you learn what depreciation is, you learn what all these topics are, and then tell them your complex situation and let them help from there. But that way you have the basics.
Yep.
We look forward to seeing you around, and we thank you for joining us. Bye.